Show with a brand new, spanking new artist. 696 Maestro is in the building.
Yes, sir. Maestro.
Yes, make sure you're talking to the mic though.
696 Maestro in the building. How y'all doing?
Yes, yeah. So there's a lot to talk about. You know, I got a real bone to pick with you.
Already? Damn, you just introduced him. How you got a bone to pick already?
Yes.
Damn, man, you better warm up.
Do it.
Yes, we got. Yeah, it's a situation, but we're gonna get to that. But and it kind of has a lot to something to do with current events too, with Tekashi 6ix9ine as well. Man. So we're gonna get into all of that.
You wrapped up in all that? You ain't wrapped. All right.
Man, we got to talk about that guy.
Yes,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yes, because it is hot topics, and it goes with what I really want to ask you. But let us know who you are. Like, where did 696 Maestro come from?
Well, everybody always asks me about 696. And that is basically where I'm from. That's Queensbridge, 6 blocks of death, 96 buildings of hell. So that's where that come from.
Okay.
A lot of, if you listen to like old school Nas, he'll say 696 in his raps and shit. You just gotta be from Queensbridge to know what it's about. You feel me?
Oh, I didn't even know that. I mean, I knew that was the biggest projects. Yeah. Or whatever. I thought it was like over 100 buildings. It's really 96 buildings?
96 buildings, 6 blocks. It's
6 blocks.
Biggest projects in New York.
In the world.
In the world, yeah.
In the world, Craig.
In the world.
Yes. So coming up in Queensbridge, how did that affect you as an artist?
I feel like it showed me a lot of different things that other people wouldn't see. Like even coming from different projects, when I was young, I've seen violent crimes. I've seen people being mistreated. I've seen people that's doing illegal things come up faster than people that's doing it the right way. So it's like I've seen both sides of the picture.
Yeah. And how did that affect your music? Because, I mean, Queensbridge is legendary. Like, from Roxanne Shante to Nas, MC Shan, Marley Marl, Mobb Deep. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? The infamous
Tragedy Gaddafi.
You know what I'm saying?
Poet.
Yes. And the list goes on. Even with the new artists coming out of there. Piff Jones and all of them, you know what I'm saying? Mike DeLorean, these are a lot of the artists that like had bars or shaped the sound of hip hop, especially in that day and age. But your style is so different. How were you able to seek influence from those artists and be able to put that in your music?
I feel like me personally, when it comes to music, I could hear anything. Like, it doesn't matter what type or what genre it is. If I like the sound of it, it don't even have to be the words, just the melody. It catches me, and I always put that into my music. So when you talk about Mobb Deep, I grew up around them, so that's definitely a part of my music.
Hold up. How did you grow up around Mobb Deep? Because there's a lot of Queensbridge motherfuckers who never even met them. Man. So how did you grow up around Mobb Deep? And shout out to Prodigy, may he continue to sleep in peace.
Of course.
Yes.
Well, my mom is actually a singer in Mobb Deep. Her name is Chinky, and my dad worked with them as well. His name is Garrity. So I grew up sleeping in studios, like on
Garrity
the
is a
sofa.
part of the infamous mob.
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah. I grew up sleeping in the studios all the time. So like the sound waves was already in my brain. I just had to let it out. So it's like a part of Mobb Deep is in me still.
Yes. How did it affect you with the passing of Prodigy?
It was hard, and the reason why it was the hardest is because my first time seeing my mom perform was the last time Prodigy performed.
Wow.
They actually did the Blue Note.
The Blue Note, and we was there.
I have the videos of it still in my phone.
Me too, and I post that every anniversary because that was the last time I saw him live, and it was only a few weeks before his passing. That's why his death kind of shook me to the core, because I'm like, what? I just saw him at the Blue Note. Like, it was so lit. And are you kidding me? Like, how does that fucking happen?
Yeah, it was tough. It was bad for my family, but we still getting through it. And they got a Loud concert coming up soon where they're gonna have a Prodigy tribute, so that should be cool.
Well, hopefully, I could get some press passes. I need some exclusive interviews for that. Tell your mother I said. Yeah. So moving forward, outside of that, because you could have, even though you grew up with that, you could have had a passion to do anything in this world.
And I did.
Like?
Well, I started off with basketball. That's what basically it got me a college scholarship. It got me out the hood, seeing new things.
Sure. All right.
But after that, after basketball, I turned into a chef and I started living on my own. That's when I was in North Carolina. But growing up, like in the music, I knew it was in me. I just had to let it out. And once I started doing the music, I knew in my heart that I had to drop everything else and focus on this one thing.
Yeah, so that had to have been recent. How long have you been actually doing music as a serious artist?
As a serious artist, I would say a year and a half, maybe.
Okay.
How old are you?
I'm 24 now.
All right,
Okay.
you look, damn, man. I was gonna give you like 19 or something like that.
Everybody
Like,
say I look young.
You saying scholarships in basketball? Mm-hmm. Like, wait a minute, how old is he?
Yeah, I lived the life a little bit so far.
Yeah. So before we go any further, I want to introduce the world to some of your music. Can we play a video?
Yeah.
I want to play. Hold up, because I got this in order. I want to play Mine. It's the second one in the joint. You see it, Selector?
That's on my mind. Sad all the time. I got the blues. All of it's mine.
Can we? You got that up for us? The Mine. Yeah, it's in the email.
It's not an email.
Oh. Yeah, it's on YouTube. Yeah, so while he's looking for that, it's called My Mind. Yeah, because I want, you know, because you really into, for somebody who just started a year and a half ago, your packaging is legit. It's not kind of legit. It's legit. You already got visuals. You got your YouTube page. And one of the things that I really like so much, too, how you market your music with the anime. Mm-hmm. Like, you real sensual. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You got these fucking cartoon characters licking each other, sucking dildos and shit. Like,
oh, hey, what? That's what's going on out here.
Part of the music. I wanted to show them what I was talking about, and it's just like I'm into anime and things like that. Like, not so much cartoons, but like the weird side of it, like dressing different and things like that. And anime, the song is called Nasty, so I wanted to show the people what what I'm saying, Nasty is about.
So you picked the anime out yourself, or you made it yourself?
I picked it out myself. Usually I'll edit my videos myself. I edit my clips. I edit all my music. I do all my engineering all by myself.
Yeah. You ready? Yeah, Mine. You got it? All right, y'all. So I want to take a quick break so y'all can hear what I'm talking about, how he is an artist, actually. We're going to get into Mine by 696 Maestro, and we'll be right back with
On my mind, sad all the time. I got the blues, all of it's mine. I'm on the mind, I never mind. Tell me it's mine, give me what's mine. Give me what's mine, tell me it's mine. I never mind, girl, I'm on the mind. All of it's mine, I got the blues, sad all the time. Eyes on my mind, sad all the time. I got the blues, all of it's mine. I'm on the mind, I never mind. Tell me it's mine, give me what's mine. Give me what's mine, tell me it's mine. I never mind, girl, I'm on the mind. All of it's mine, I got the blues, sad all the time. Eyes on my mind. Diamond like lightning, I get it with. Niggas talk gang, but I ain't stressed. Only fear God, they ain't breaking my flesh. I just got a bag and the king with a weapon. So when Star wasn't wrong, the mistake for a weapon. Came from the slum and I strap on the pressure. I just want the money like I'm the one person. I need a Rari to start a depression. Six on my body, Atari to get it. Put myself to start him and Hardy, my witness. Before I was a boss, was a stone cold soldier. I was on the block getting anything off. Wanna hold something in collateral your life. Ain't listen to the teach, but my principle are right. And grow up in the birds, had a fan for my life. I'm 730, I ain't feeling alright. Feeling alright. Took my first one and I feel a little nice. Sip out the bottle, then I'm feeling alright. Roll another wood, I'll be burning all night. I be cross-fitted, I ain't feeling alright. Took another one, she gon' feel it all night. Roll another one, let the feelings go by. I be too did it, I ain't feel shit all night. We go to chicken and come with a piece of I get it back in the yard. I never was touching the stack in the back of the big room. We go to chicken and come with a piece of I get it back in the yard. I never was stacking the stash in the back in the big room. On my mind, sad all the time. I got the blues, all of it's mine. I'm on the mind, I never mind. Tell me me it's mine, give me what's mine, give me what's mine, tell me it's mine. I never mind, girl, I'm on the mind, all of it's mine. I got the blues, sad all the time. Racks on my mind, sad all the time. I got the blues, all of it's mine. I'm on the mind, I never mind. Tell me it's mine, give me what's mine, give me what's mine, tell me it's mine. I never mind, girl, I'm on the mind, all of it's mine. I got the blues, sad all the time. Racks on my mind. Maestro, no limit, no genre. Maestro, big guns like Godzilla. Maestro, the calm cop killer. Maestro on top of a pillar. I'm knocking out shots by the purchase. I flip that shit like a circus. Yeah. No, it's my time cause it's perfect. You niggas just send me out worthless. Order my diamonds, they priceless. Flipping on me and I'm worth it. I stomp that bread on the surface. I come from under her surface. Look at the look that's on her face. She got them girls on her face. I'm with the gang in the first place. The same ones that started in first place. Tunnel vision like I scoop like I beat. Rich to the money, I blow like a foreign. I don't want no chum. I came for a long song. You got a chick in the car with a piece of back in the back in the years. On the road, stashing the stack in the back of the big. We got a chick in the car with a piece of back in the back of the years. On the road, stacking the stash in the back in the big. On my mind, sad all the time. I got the blues, all of it's mine. I'm on the mind, I never mind. Tell me it's mine, give me what's mine, give me what's mine. Tell me it's mine, I never mind. Girl, I'm on the mind, all of it's mine. I got the blues, sad all the time. Racks on my mind, racks on my mind, sad all the time. I got the blues, all of it's mine. I'm on the mind, I never mind. Tell me it's mine, give me what's mine, give me what's mine. Tell me it's mine, I never mind. Girl, I'm on the mind, all of it's mine. I got the blues, sad all the time. Racks on my mind.
No. We in? Yes, and we back at it though. I told you he's so dope. Now what I noticed about going through your YouTube, you got a lot of music. So did you have that like in a tuck before you really came out or?
Actually it's a story behind it. So when I first started making my music, I was using GarageBand on my phone. After a couple months, I had bought a laptop. So then I started making music on my laptop, but I'm like, what about all this music that I made on my phone? So that's actually all the music that I put out after a while. And the stuff that I started working on recently, I'm just holding it down for right now.
Okay, so is there like a project that you're actually pushing, or you just, because new artists do that now. Like, new artists no longer put out bodies of work. They just single you to death.
I don't put out any singles anymore. I feel like singles don't show me as a whole artist, so I don't like to do it. I did just put out a mixtape that shows like the rapping side of me, but I want to be an R&B artist mostly.
An R&B?
Okay.
You can sing?
Definitely. I usually do the rapping stuff for my friends and my bros because that's what everybody wants to hear. We get hype with each other, but I'm my mother's child. She's a singer. I grew up around her singing in the studios. I'm an artist. Like,
can I get a little something right now?
Oh no, I don't sing.
I put people on the fucking spot.
You're not gonna put me on the spot today.
You don't see. So what beat you want?
Oh, I sent you an R&B song, and you gonna love it.
No, but I want something live, like just like one bar or two, just a little taste.
It's like I wouldn't say I'm more of a singer. Like I create vibes. Like I don't sing that much, but I create R&B music.
Okay.
I create pop music. I create reggae music. I create country music. I don't limit myself to a genre.
Okay, and I'm kind of glad you said that. Now, we always ask this question, and this is going to get into what I was talking about at the beginning of the show, but I think this is a good start. Who's your top 5, dead or alive? Now, I usually have rules about this, about the Mount Rushmore of hip-hop, all of that, but I don't want to put the rule in because I think, you're not going to abide by them anyway.
How you gonna judge the book by the cover? You think, all right, listen, I'm gonna keep it
from doing my homework.
You can't say Biggie, Jay-Z, Nas, Tupac. You know
but see, that's the thing. I don't
let
think
me address that too.
I'm
24. I've never listened to either one, like a body of work. I haven't sat there and listened to. I'm only 24, so I wouldn't say them anyway because I don't know what their music is like. Wow. I would only say what my generation listens to, who I feel like, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't know about Biggie and all that.
But you heard Biggie.
I've heard Biggie songs.
Pac,
I've heard a Pac song in his movie. I've never listened to a Pac album.
So, but
you never listened to before All Eyes on Me?
I've never listened to a Pac album before, after. Nah, I've never done it.
Chinky, we gotta talk, Chink. Shout out to Chink. Never?
Never. I'm not saying it's like I could listen to it. I could sing Dear Mama or I could sing a Biggie song. Yeah. But it's just not my style.
So the songs you heard from them, you don't think that they dope or they like the illest?
Oh, they are dope, like without a doubt. But I'm not saying they trash or anything. It's just not what I listen to.
It's not your vibe.
It's not my vibe. To be honest, no music is my vibe. I don't like to be influenced by others, so I only listen to what I make.
Okay. I mean, but you gotta have some kind of inspiration. Now, granted, I know you came up in a musical family, but there's so much music.
Well, let him say his top 5.
Oh yeah, who's your top 5 dead or alive?
And that's a hard question. I'm gonna go with Chief Keef. Cause he started this whole rap thing for me. He started he won, like, he's the reason why I wanted to rap. He's the reason why I changed my style of dressing. He's the reason why I started listening to Chicago music. So Chief Keef is in my top 5.
Okay. So
that's why I say I'm gonna break all the rules.
All right. So Chief Keef.
Right now, I would put Joyner Lucas in my top 5.
Okay.
That flips the whole script. His music makes me feel something inside. It's not too much I listen to.
Chief Keef, Jordan Lucas, you got 3 more.
3 more. Maestro.
Okay, you get. All right.
I listen to Uzi. I listen to.
Gosh. But a lot of these people are considered mumble rappers, though. Like, do you feel like they? I mean, granted, you can't bar somebody to death. Like, you gotta have an opening, like the dance record, like the club record, like the bar. So I get that as far as music, but throughout their careers, they don't really have like a variety. It's just basic mumble rap. So how do you feel about people who talk shit about mumble rappers or that whole genre?
When people talk to me about mumble rap, most of the time my response is like, sometimes the song is too fast for you to actually catch what the person is saying. Do you actually take the time to read what the person was saying? Because there be bars in the mumble rap. Like, you just gotta, the same way I wouldn't give 100% into listening to your genre or your generation of music, that's what people don't do for us. This is just our style.
You really think so that we dismiss it?
I feel as if y'all do. This is like my parents, they didn't start listening to our style of music till I started doing music. They was all Mobb Deep, Nas, Biggie, Tupac. And when I started doing music, they want to listen to Uzi, they want to listen to Chris Brown, they want to listen to...
Hold up, Chris Brown been the man, so I don't think he's a part of that list of the new wave, because
Chris Brown wasn't out when y'all was kids.
Yes, he was. I was in my early 20s, and he's been...
I'm in my early 20s right now. I'm not a kid.
But all right, I wasn't a kid, but it's not like I wasn't on Chris Brown, and one thing about Chris Brown though, he does pay homage to the people who came before him. He was born way after Michael, way after Teddy, way after. Mm-hmm. But, I mean, I'm not saying you don't give a fuck. I'm talking about, like, this new generation.
But this is the thing. But
hold on. You got to realize it's a different era than when we came up. Our era was our era. Like, you got to remember, like, you don't remember your moms or your pops or somebody saying, yo, what's that? Turn that music down. Exactly. I don't understand. Sound like that hippie hopping the like, you don't remember that shit?
No, I do. Okay, all right.
I do get that. This what you're not understanding. Chris Brown, he watched and learned from Michael Jackson. I'm saying I didn't watch and listen to any of these people, so I'm ignorant to what they sound like. I don't know.
But Chief Keef and them came out in 2010s. That's, a decade ago. You still had a whole 14 years.
But that's when I was in college hooping on a scholarship, not thinking about music. I said I was doing music for 2 years, so like.
What college you went to?
I went to Fayetteville Tech.
Okay.
No, but I'm not saying doing music. I'm talking about like being inspired by music. You had a whole 14-year span. You didn't have nobody. I mean, your inspiration came after 2010?
Yes.
Really?
All right, so what music you was listening to in the locker room before you hit the court? You didn't have no music playing in your headphones?
Not even Lil Wayne?
Lil Wayne? Yeah, I was listening to Lil Wayne.
Okay, now we're getting somewhere. That's what I mean. Like, it had to been something even outside, because Lil Wayne was before the 2000s and you know, the early 2010s and stuff like that. So there was a lot of array of artists, you know, leading up, you know, to the Chief Keefs and everything like that. I mean, it couldn't have started off
when I
10
named
years ago.
My top 5, and I say it started off like 10 years ago. Yeah, I listened to Lil Wayne, but Chief Keef, I would actually go download his new album when it dropped. Lil Wayne, I wouldn't do that. I would hear a song on the radio. Oh, I like that. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? Chief Keef, I would keep up with it. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. So that's the first time you really was like a fan.
Exactly. There you go.
Okay. Now I'm getting it. I'm getting it. Now, you call yourself outside of the box. You don't want to be tied to a genre. And one of the songs that, let me make sure I get it right before I say it, is Do It. Now, this song, I do see the artistry in you. I like how it switches tempos. I like how you switch your style even when you get into the hook and everything like that. Before we talk further more on it, I want to get into it. Can we get into it?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. It's called Do It. You ready for me, selector?
It's like doing it and doing it and doing it.
No, it's not even that type of
Not even
vibe.
close.
How you know that song?
Okay. I swear to God, I gotta make me do it to ya. Run them fucking checks, gotta do it. And your bitch said if the golden want me do it to her. Make her lose her mind, make you lose it. And we been serving since 90s with them goodies. And you know I keep a ruler, be a fucking schooler. Got your bitch talking them numbers, tryna be a tutor. But I don't play by my math, I will do it to ya. Young nigga in charge, but I swear my mind is old. Just know, ayy, this shit is the life that I was chose for. Just know, ayy, either you get with it or get ruled on and rule up. I put all my feelings in a double cup, I slow up. I put all these operas in another blunt, get rolled up. Put me on a stage where I really want, ayy. I just wanna feel the love, I know that they gon' front, ayy. I be taking all these drugs, I still will leave you numbed up. I'm gonna. You don't know that? What you want? Fucking school tryna be a tutor. I swear to God, I gotta make me do it to ya. Run them fucking checks, gotta do it. And your bitch said if the golden want me do it to her. Make her lose her mind, make you lose it. And we been serving since 90s with them goodies. And you know I keep a ruler, be a fucking schooler. Got your bitch talking them numbers, tryna be a tutor. But I don't play by my math, I will do it to ya. I be chasing goals, shit, nigga, you should get influenced. I ain't got the time to talk unless that money fluent. I be running up these bulls, she wanna do me. I be checking her like Jackie, I just run right through. Yeah, fuck it, let's do it again. Fuck it, dig back in the stash again. Fuck it, I get it right back. I might just send you right back again. Fuck it, let's get it with sin. Niggas ain't really with gang. Won't break, but they gon' change. Make you drink blood stain. I'ma make me do it to you. Gotta do it, yeah. She want me to do it to her. Make her lose it, yeah. We done goonies. Be a fucking schooler. Tryna be a tutor.
Can we play like a little bit of like a Method Man beat? Can we a Method Man beat? Play a Method Man instrumental. Put that in the stash. Cause I want to hear. I think he's mocking the old school when he said that shit. Like I
don't think Method Man and Lil, I don't think they old school.
Like we need to battle the old school with the new school. We need to have like a battle session. You gotta stop saying old school.
You gotta stop saying old school, man.
But to them it's old school, right? What would you call it? Classics? You better call it the classics.
Yeah, I guess.
You call it the classic?
You could call it classic. Cause y'all call it
okay.
Hold on. What do y'all call y'all music? Because like y'all feel disrespected when we say mumble rap, but y'all don't really necessarily. It's not necessarily hip hop. What do y'all really call it?
I would call it trap.
Trap
music?
Yeah, I would put it in the trap genre.
You think
like
them
you said,
South
it's not hip hop.
You think them South motherfuckers had everything to do with the trap thing and changing the
I definitely
making
do.
a subculture that we so complain about?
Because in the South, I feel like they all came together and helped each other, like and pushed each other out at the same time. So they like are the founders of the trap.
Yeah.
All right. Because I think that's like the big misconception of everything. Because he's like, yo, it's not hip hop. It's not. If y'all say what it is and then label it, I think that'll, you know what I mean, separate it. Not separate it, but make us understand more.
I kind of disagree, though. I think it is hip hop. You have
He
subcultures.
just said it wasn't hip hop.
Listen, and I know like the Foo Schnickers. And
the Foo Schnickers, that was mumble rap.
And even
Bone
with
Thugs and
Bone
Harmony,
Thugs, yeah,
that
Bone
was
Thugs
mumble
and
rap.
Harmony. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people used to mock Bone Thugs and Harmony, even the Foo Schnickers. You know what I'm saying? That was, our time. And, and it's hip hop. Like, you have different sounds and all that, but it's still, I think it's
So
still hip-hop.
you still want to hold on to it, but you don't.
Because if you really look at it, it's inspired by all this. Even though these young motherfuckers be wanting to discredit the old school and really trying so hard to detach themselves from it, but this is where it all came from. If you really look at it, do you agree?
It's not that we trying to detach ourselves. Like, think about the first people that did hip hop. Who are y'all attaching them to? You feel what I'm saying? Like, we just want to have our own position instead of being compared to somebody that was before us. That's all it is.
So it's really a breakaway from the traditionally
a new generation. That's all it is. A new era, new generation.
So y'all gotta name it. Instead of like, it's not hip hop, it's this. And then y'all got your own genre, and now we can understand it. You understand what I mean?
Yeah, right. I think that is, ain't it like trap music?
Yeah, they do have
he just put the flag on it today. We got to run with it and keep calling it trap music so we can understand the difference. Okay. So you can't go, it's not hip. Yeah, it's not hip hop. It's trap music. You know what I mean?
But isn't trap music hip hop?
Oh, here she go with the.
Can we say that? That's a real question.
Yeah.
Is trap music considered a subgenre?
Okay, you can say that if an older person would consider trap hip hop.
I mean, I do though. Because you are rapping. I mean, nobody understands what the fuck you're saying, but you're still rapping. It's still the beat, and it's still the snare, and it's still the loops, and everything that, a classic hip hop song would be. It has all those different things, all those different characters.
All right, I'm gonna give it to you like this, Cha-Cha. You know how they got punk rock, hard rock, classic rock, and all that grunge and shit. It's still in the same genre, but it's broken down in different divisions.
Yeah.
That's what we got to do in hip hop.
It's like a denomination. Like, you got Christianity, but then you got Baptist, Pentecostal.
All right, you went somewhere else. All right, now you said your top 5, right? We're going to go with your bottom 3. Your bottom 3 is like the 3 motherfuckers or the 3 whatevers that should never have picked up a microphone, or you just can't, why they recorded it, who told them, who threw the battery in their back.
I hate to hear Birdman on the track.
Okay.
Definitely. People would be mad, but I don't think Gucci Mane is a good rapper.
Really?
I honestly don't think so.
He has some joints, though.
Everybody could make a joint if they're making music 20 plus years.
Yeah, it is. He's like the forefathers of mumble rap.
She called them the forefathers.
I'm sorry.
No disrespect.
No, it's dead ass. It's not about the disrespect. I'm giving you the credit. You got the credit.
Yeah.
All right, third one. I don't know, like, it's hard to say.
I gave you 3. You can't come out.
Not even one more?
Nah, because I barely listen to music, so it's hard to think of stuff off the top of my head.
Gotta respect it.
Okay, now I need to learn a little bit more, because like right now you're really schooling me on the new generation and what's next to come. Now, one of the newer generational people is Tekashi 6ix9ine, and right now he's currently in the media being a whole snitch and a half. But my thing is, a lot of these new trap rapper, because I'm not gonna even disrespect your genre anymore and call you mumble rappers. These new trap music, these new generational, they come out trolling. It seems like that's a part of the whole marketing strategy these days. Coming out trolling people, being like a super hype aggressor, you know, that gang life, you know, all of that is trending, but then enter a real situation and fold quickly. Do you feel like people really have to fake it to make it, especially nowadays when everything is so social media based, how many followers you have, you know, and becoming this public caricature? Because it's not even a character, it's like this
say that again,
caricature, like, you know, like a cartoon part of yourself that's not even real. Like, you just overdoing it, you're not even being
I don't
yourself.
feel like you have to fake it till you make it, but I feel like that is a way for people to go nowadays, to like give them an image that they want to see instead of showing them who you are, really. So, like you said, gangs are popular right now. It's a lot of people claiming gangs that's not even in it just because it looks good, but I don't think that's the way to go. If you want to be an artist and you want to last, I feel like you should be true to who you are as an artist instead of following the path of social media, because they're going to forget about you in a week. That's how social media is.
Yeah. But, I mean, Tekashi is a prominent, like, people always talking about him snitching and stuff. How do you feel? Because he was one of these people who had beef with your music hero. He was publicly saying fuck Chief Keef and all of that stuff. How do you feel now seeing him in a predicament that he's in now?
I feel like he got what he deserved, because when he was in that video with Chief Keef, they clearly showed that he was there when nobody was there. It was cops with him, stuff. So, like, we all know he was faking it to make it. We all know it was an act. So that's what you get when you get what you get out what you put in.
Yeah.
And now the fact that he's snitching, that just shows him as a person, as a man. Like, you chose to live the street life, whether he was in it for real or not. You chose to live the street life, and then you turn your back on it. That's...
And
can't describe that.
I think what he's doing now is like
it's all fucked
kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, towards the end of his demise, the beginning of the end of his demise, he was starting to break away from the people. So I think there's more to the story.
I don't know. Do you think it's gonna be his demise though? I don't know, man. You think motherfuckers don't give a fuck?
You think he still got a fan base? Because right now everybody's trolling him. Do you think he's still gonna be able to reach people and put out music? Because people do that, put out music from prison and stuff like that. You think he still has success in hip hop?
My way of thinking, he's like, there's no way they could stop his success. The way he came out and broke records, there's no way they're gonna stop everybody in the world from listening to his music. So there's gonna be people that's gonna listen to it just because they want to hear what he got to say. Now that he's doing what he's doing right now, so even if he does drop a song, I feel like it's gonna do something.
Yeah, you really think so?
So I don't think it's gonna be his demise. They don't give a fuck. If he come out with a hit, it's gonna be a hit.
Yes. So what is the next song that you're about to put out? Because I mean, you got so much in your catalog right now, especially if you go to YouTube and check you out. You got so much there. What's next?
Next, I'm coming out with a completely reggae tape.
Reggae?
Yeah. I just
Bumperclads.
What
you know about reggae though? Like what?
Listen,
what,
I've been living in Jamaica, Queens for a part of my life, and like
that
I
ain't
said,
Jamaica.
No, but listen, like I said, like I don't limit myself to a genre, and living in Jamaica, Queens, most of the time I hear Jamaican music, and it's just a vibe that I fell in love with. So I tried it out. I got some of my Jamaican friends to help me out with it.
Okay.
It was fun.
That's crazy. No disrespect to Queens. That's really like Jamaica, Queens is really what the Jamaicans live at. I just thought that was amazing.
There's a lot of Jamaicans over there.
Bumperclad, they in the yard. For real.
I never knew that.
For real.
Oh, man. So you say Jamaican, you know about Buju Banton and Shabba Ranks and all that?
Oh, nah. See, I don't go that deep. I'm Puerto Rican. The only thing I know about Jamaica really is Jamaica, Queens, and the music.
But wouldn't you want to see, that's the thing, wouldn't you want to know, you know, because it's like the newer generation, they don't care about history at all. Like,
you at least know about oxtails and rice and peas, right?
Of course. I gotta have
that.
that.
Jamaican, he need to know that.
No, but
there you
my
go.
thing is, if you embracing something, wouldn't it show respect to actually get into that? I mean, how you know, gonna make these different kinds of music? Where is the inspiration coming from?
I'm glad you said that, and now I have to explain the cover for the mixtape.
Okay, yes.
So there's a woman that's gonna be on the cover, and she was like the most famous lady in Jamaica. I think it was 1780 something. Her name is Sintra Bronte.
Okay.
And she was the one that started the wet bathing suit that say Jamaica in red. That's the original one. But Nicki Minaj took the photo. A couple of other female artists took the photo.
You just schooled me.
I just had to do my
I didn't know
history.
she was behind it, but I'm familiar with the photo.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, all right. All right.
There go the
That's a
history.
picture, but that's just one.
That's the
That's
most.
some
No,
culture
it's
for your
not just
ass.
a picture. It was actually a Jamaican advertisement video for people to come and experience Jamaica.
No, but I'm talking about music. As far as like music, the artists that had reggae songs that were queens and kings of dance hall and stuff like that. Wouldn't you want to know, or you know?
Well, I've listened to a lot of Jamaican music, like Bob's Cartel, of course, Pop Can, Egyptian. Bob Marley, I haven't really listened to all of his music, but I've watched at least 3 documentaries. I know what he's about as a person and stuff. Okay. I've seen him in the concerts that they've shown, so I do a little bit of history.
Yeah, I'm sorry I'm pressing you about the whole history thing. It's just, now that I have somebody of your caliber on the show, it's kind of interesting to hear what the newer generation mind be like, because honestly, if you even, let's base it all just on social media, it's like the new generation just don't care. It's like, fuck y'all, I'm doing my own thing. But then a lot of the old things sounds like a little bit of something new, but they just don't have the balls to want to admit, no, I was influenced by this person. Everybody, but nobody is on their own in this world. It's like that saying, no, you're not on your own in this world. Like, you come from something. It's because somebody did it before you that you're able to do it now. And it seems like the newer generation just want to dismiss, like, write off history and want to take from now on into the future. How do you feel like that? Like,
what if the new generation feel like y'all trying to attach the history to us forever and not give us our own platform? That's how I feel.
You think we forcing it down your throat?
Yes.
Yo, you know what, Cha-Cha? My fault, not the country.
No, God.
I think it's because we were so close to the beginning of hip hop, to the, you know what I mean? Like, because we like 90 babies. The 90s is so close to the 80s and all that. So we got a taste of both of the worlds. So we know our history because before that, it wasn't no hip hop. Right. So everything was brand new. We was outside. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. Even though we was little running around, but I think that's what it is, and they removed from that. Like, you did?
Maybe.
Like, I will never in my life have to carry a CD and go out and sell it to anybody. No. I do all that stuff online.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's fucked up.
Different.
Now, hold on, man. There's still niggas down there in Town Square selling CDs right now to this day.
They could go online and get it out to a billion people across the world.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just different times, and we do things different.
Get your money, man.
So,
niggas still selling vinyl, man. Niggas still selling. Come on, man.
Oh, man.
But I kind of do understand the whole artistry part, because Prince was like that. He didn't want to be rest in peace to Prince. He didn't want to be categorized into like one thing. He just wanted to be and make music however it came
I know
to
a lot
him.
about him. I was definitely influenced by Prince.
Yeah, and me and him is birthday twins. We was both born June 7th, yes. Yeah, so, you know, I really get Prince, you know. So I kind of get like the whole artist part about it, and then wanting to try something new. So you said you want to do reggae and all of that. So is it another project coming, like just a whole reggae piece? Or?
It's a whole reggae piece. I actually have another project called Emo God, which is one of my aliases. It stands for, a lot of people when they hear emo, they think of all black, painting your nails, cutting yourself. But when I say emo, I'm a Cancer, and that means emotional to me.
Okay. Oh, you mad emotional?
I don't run from it either. You be
crying in corners and shit?
I be crying in corners when
if
I feel like I need to cry in the corner, I will cry in the corner. I don't run away from my feelings. It's what God gave me. That's why I call myself Emo God. And so I put that all in my music.
That's like the XX Tentacion, I'm saying his name right?
Yeah, he was right.
He was like emo, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and I'm glad you said it too, because you was like, you don't want to paint your, but I remember we had reality star, what's her name?
Don't get me
from Love and Hip Hop Miami.
Oh, light skin shorty.
Shorty. I know her name, but she knew XXX. She did a track with XXXTentacion, and she was talking about how she knew him, and that whole grunge and the whole suicidal thing and all of that came from black kids actually mimicking rock and roll and the grunge and all of that. They was doing the same. They was mimicking the past rock and roll stars with the whole spikes and the piercings and all of that. They were mimicking that. So you think that's kind of like your influence as well, like rock and roll, like straight punk?
Definitely, because I've made rock and roll songs. Like I'll make a rock and roll song when I'm feeling like angry or something.
Miami Tip, that's her name.
Yes,
sorry, didn't mean to cut you off. It just came to Miami
like
Tip.
I make all genres of music, so I'm definitely influenced by rock and roll. And then at the same time, not all rock and roll sounds like metal or crazy, or there's some chill vibes of rock and roll you just gotta listen for.
So who's your favorite rock and roll band?
I think Paramore.
I like Aerosmith. Aerosmith was one of mine.
I like to, and I've done history. I've looked up a lot of rock and roll. Metallica, AC/DC.
Yeah.
I think AC/DC lived by where I live in Jamaica
I
before they was on.
I didn't know that.
See, I do history.
Well, if you do your history a little bit more, like black people, we created rock and roll.
Right. Chuck Berry.
Blues, even classical music.
Yes.
Like all genre of music, black people done created, and then they came along and then jumped on the wave, and then we went on to something else. So you still in the same vein. You're not even outside your realm.
I tell you one thing. What I get out of this interview is I'm gonna be more open-minded, because I think, I was real judgmental, but only cause a lot of I didn't feel it. Like because what's the nigga that I don't like?
It's a bunch of motherfuckers you don't like.
Right,
man.
no, but the Kodak Black. Black,
man.
I like. Shout out to my son Nico, he in the brother, because he know how I feel about Kodak Black. Like, I kind of had a little feeling for him when he was on that Ebro shit, right? And Ebro said what he said. Yeah. And I kind of felt some type of way, because on some real shit, I think Hot 97 is the police. But that's like, something else. So I'm like, let me, see about this nigga. Let me listen to his shit. Yeah. And even though before the whole fucking what's her name shit, the whole when he commented on what's her name?
You don't be knowing what the fuck we going.
It's gonna come to me. It's a lot going on in my mind.
Everybody doing too much shit.
But before he made a fucked up comment. Yeah, there you go. Before he made
How could I forget, because but we ain't gonna do that.
Thank you.
He did it.
Thank you.
He did that, so hopefully
he did that.
Engineer. Yeah, I remember Kodak Black. He did that, so hopefully I wouldn't have to do that.
Now, before he made the comment about Lauren London, I was liking Kodak Black as a person. But I gave him a fair ear.
That was the definition of too soon. Yo, he jumped out too soon.
I gave him the benefit of the doubt. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna listen to everything. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I listened to everything, and the nigga is trash. Like, I really tried to.
He is not trash. He is not trash.
First of all, only thing that was fire about him was the fucking tracks. I'm talking about his expression, his bars, whether they bars, melody, whatever he brought to the track. Because see, that's the thing, that's the misconception. Okay. We can't keep judging these artists by the producer standards. They're not making the beat, the producers is. I'm talking about their contribution to the record.
Shout out to the producers.
You understand what I'm saying? Shout out to the producers.
When it come to me,
because they don't get enough credit. Yeah, I'm not talking about the melody. That's the producer. I'm talking about the artist. What did they contribute to the track?
Did they actually ride the track?
Like, he had some dope producers. Them beats was hitting. But him as an artist was trash. You disagree? Argue with me. Why you disagree?
Hey, do you produce?
Yeah.
You produce your own tracks?
I produce my own tracks, yeah.
So all the songs we heard today, you produce those?
No, that's before when I had, you know what I'm saying? But recently, for the past 3 months, I've been producing my own music. But I've always engineered my own stuff.
But you say you disagree with
Shout
Cha-Cha.
out to the engineer, too, because the engineer got a lot of influence on how the track is produced. But see, that's the thing.
They don't press the buttons.
I'm going to repeat that shit. A lot of these motherfuckers give credit to these new artists because of the producer. Yeah. And they don't even know the producer's name, but they ride the wave off the so-called artist, but it's the contribution that the artist made to the track. That's what I'm basing Kodak Black off of. His contributions to the track, not the track itself, because that's the producer. That's all the producer. That's the engineer. That's all of that. All of that. And I think his contributions is trash.
But he said he disagreed with you. Why you disagree?
Why you disagree?
I feel like if you listen to Kodak's music, he got some stuff where he talk about the struggle, and there's no possible way you can't feel it. Like he'll tell the story and you could see it. Kodak Black been rapping since he was 14. When he put out Project Baby, it was crazy. He told the story as a child that grown men was living.
I didn't get. I'm sorry.
Everybody's struggle was different.
And I don't even back up Kodak no more because of how he was going on with the females. I don't even listen to his music anymore.
That's what made me, cut that nigga off after, he made that step. Wait
a minute, so you cut people off because they do something in their personal life? You cut their music off?
No, it shows your fucking character, goddammit.
I'm about
energy. So, all right, hold on.
I'm about energy.
He wasn't even in the fucking, he wasn't even in the ground code yet, and you already fucking trying to get his wife, relax. And you doing that shit publicly. It's certain things you don't do as a man.
That's not even what I'm talking about.
I could see if he was 16 years old saying some dumb shit like that. Because then I can give you the better, he's some young dumb nigga. But nigga, you a grown ass man. It's just certain things you just don't do. And if you're openly willing to say something, even if you think it's minute, it could be minute. But if you on that level on a minute shit, just imagine something grand.
So you don't fuck with R. Kelly no more? You don't listen to none of his music?
No, the body still be calling me.
So
what the fuck?
What the fuck is going on today, man? Come on, man. That's some contradiction for your ass.
That's
different.
So you still...
It's contradiction. That's not a hypocrite. Mind your business.
And that's not our word. That's everybody's word. It's in the dictionary.
I'm not a hypocrite. Spell hypocrite, goddammit.
Hypocrite is everybody's word.
I ain't a hypocrite. Spell that shit. When you spell that shit, then we can motherfucking talk.
So how you gonna cut off Kodak Black, but you ain't gonna? All right.
So who else do you feel like don't get enough respect? And as a new artist or somebody in this generation who you feel like is actually dope as fuck but don't get the respect. And I'm not talking about the shit that's produced for them. I'm talking about due to their contributions to the track.
I feel like, I don't know, what y'all would call mumble rap, I don't think there's anybody in mumble rap that's not getting what they deserve. When it comes to underground music, like Joyner Lucas, I feel like he should be in front of a lot of people because he talk about some realistic situations that we go through in life, and he'll put it to you and you gotta feel it. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's mostly the underground rap. Y'all style of rapping.
Yeah, because you can't really talk about underground because I'm in these clubs looking at these artists, and there's a lot of dope artists that need a radio play, massive radio play. They iller than the motherfuckers who actually do have radio play.
I feel like a lot of times nowadays, though, when you can't even use the word artist a lot because most people be rappers. Yeah. Most people can't put together a body of work and make it make sense in chronological order from one to whatever.
So what's your definition? What's the difference between a rapper and an artist?
You could be a rapper. You know how to mimic somebody's song on the radio?
Yeah, I got bars.
Yeah, that's a rapper.
Man, you said mimic, though. You got original bars,
yeah,
man.
I got original bars.
Copycat over here. I'm on here. I ain't gonna let him do that to you, yo.
But would you sit there, pick a topic for an album, and then make the songs 1 through 10 make sense and be about that one topic, and it'll have a whole theme to it, and then your next project got a different theme, and all your songs sound different. They don't sound the same. All your beats sound different.
How you say that and you ain't never listened to Ready to Die and Life After Death and all that? You ain't listen to The Chronic? I
don't know what y'all talking about. I listen to Maestro. That's it. I don't know what y'all talking about.
Damn.
Bro. Matter of fact, I got that Biggie hoodie that say Ready to Die with his baby face on there. I still didn't know it was him.
Oh my God.
That's literally the album, though. That's the album.
I blame the parents.
Don't blame the parents.
And fucking and social media for that bullshit. See, this is what you had.
He fucking with us. He trolling us right now. How you know? He got it. He had to listen. Come on, man.
Yo,
I don't believe these new
I'm about to die here. Like
shit.
you about to Elizabeth. I'm about to go home with her because like you really irking me right now with that. Like how you don't know. That's
he know,
so
man. He fucking
knowledge.
with us right now. He know it. He fucking with us. He trying to get us to get the clickbaits and all that shit. Like he know what
That's
like, he
clickbait.
know.
Because nigga, you done triggered my whole anxiety.
I can name Keef albums,
like,
mixtapes,
I need
all that.
right now.
Keef albums, mixtapes. I can name all that. I've never heard of what y'all talk about. Don't know neither one of them. I'm sorry.
Alright, if it was a song like
I'm speechless. Like I don't even know what to say anymore.
hold on, it's a song like that's out there that you heard or whatever like that. You wish you made. What song is that? Like today on the way here, I was listening to All About the Benjamins from the Locks. I wish I had made that song from beginning to end. Like all those verses, I was.
Or Banned from TV.
You wish you did that song.
I wish I did that song.
X Factor, Lauryn Hill.
X Factor,
Okay, that's fire.
That song
all right,
is hard.
see, that's the thing about y'all. Like you lose me and then you like save me at the
I'm
same
saying,
time.
I think he just fucking with us, yo.
Yeah, you
fucking
gotta
with
be
us.
fucking
Nah,
with me.
I'm
Like,
just-
you gotta. Am
I'm
I
just
the old
picky with it.
auntie? Like I'm
Yeah.
the old crackhead auntie. That's
No,
what
no,
it is?
no. Why you gotta be a crackhead though? Like, why you do that in
you
there?
know that be cracking jokes. Like the kids be cracking jokes and they aunts and shit. Like it gotta be one of them things right now.
You probably giving off auntie vibes, but not the
I
crackhead
probably
vibes.
is. I want to get into. Oh, we about to wrap it up because we talked about so much, and this was a dope conversation.
It was fun. I ain't gonna lie.
Like I really, and this is conversations that we need to have. Like everybody talk about bridging the gap. And I love your music. It's not like a lot of the new music is whack. But a lot of it is like you'll stumble upon gems from time to time, and it seems like that's what I'm doing now. I'm stumbling upon shit, and I'm like, oh okay, I get why, and I be in the zone and all of that. Like one of the, like Luke Got Cash, I like his shit.
Mm-hmm.
I like TJ Porter, I like his shit. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of new artists that's coming out that's not trash at all, and I get the new flow, I get the new style. I love the production and I love the packaging that they have with it. So don't get it twisted, you guys. It's not, and one more thing before I continue saying what I'm about to say. It's not necessarily the fact that we just shitting on y'all. I think a lot of the older school or the previous generation gets so frustrated with the new generation because it's like, fuck the old generation. The same way you feel like, you don't give us a platform. It's not that. It's just that you have the platform because of us. All the things that are able to benefit from is because my generation created that shit. Social media, that's my generation. Even down to the games, Game Boys, Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis.
You're seeing a bunch of shit. He probably not even
PlayStation,
That's the thing.
Internet,
How can you just
YouTube, SoundCloud.
All right, but look.
Even downloading music off the computer. That's
LimeWire.
my generation.
No, but listen.
LimeWire?
You have these platforms because of us.
That's ridiculous because like you can't just take all of that stuff and own it. Most of this stuff you're saying comes from my generation.
Napster.
Because we are the smart ones creating this technology.
Are you kidding me?
So what are we talking about?
Do you know how old is the creator of Napster? Do you know how old
I
is
never heard of
Facebook?
Napster.
What's his name?
Have you heard of TuneCore?
Mark Zuckerberg. Do you know how old these people are?
But we're not talking about Facebook. We're talking about music.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about the way.
You can't own the whole music platform. When are y'all gonna pass the torch to them?
We have. You are able to stream music because of my generation.
Y'all never heard of streaming before.
What the blood?
Yo, if it wasn't for Napster,
maybe I'm thinking y'all older.
Maybe
I'm thinking y'all older. Maybe that's the problem.
I'm not even 40 yet.
Okay, that's the problem.
If it wasn't for Napster, we would still be listening to CDs.
Yo.
That's he's older than me. That's our generation. We created this social media, the internet.
Yo, he think
that's us.
All right, but this is
you wouldn't be able to
me
have
as a
pages
person,
and followers and none of that shit if it wasn't for my generation.
Me as a person, maybe it's just
You
me because
too.
ain't nobody gonna tell me I'm not. Like me and my mom was having an argument. I have to listen.
Right now.
I've never heard a Method Man song though, right? But listen. I have to listen to him and respect him as the founder of hip hop, right? How? I've never heard this guy. I've never seen him. I don't know him as a person. He's never influenced my music.
Yes, he has. Because I guarantee you, one of your top.
You're not telling me about my music, are you?
Wait, no, yes, your music.
You can't do that because it's mine.
Espérate. Wait a minute. So you got me talking in Spanish. That's how I know shit is real. You gotta understand. All right. What they used to call Nas and Jadakiss, he's your rapper's favorite rapper. Since you like Chief Keef, I guarantee you, the people that we're talking about right now, he was influenced by. And that's in his music. And so when you're listening to him, you hearing little doses of that. Little flavors of that.
I get what you're saying.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
You ever listen to James Brown? You ever heard of James Brown?
Yeah, of course.
Oh,
that's
God,
like kind of what y'all doing right now.
Thank you.
Like
and
how
he
it's
had
a cycle
bars on the
comes.
track.
Yeah, but
and people used to talk about
new,
they didn't know what James Brown was saying. Just like I brought up Bone Thugs and Harmony. A lot of people didn't know what the fuck they were saying, but you slow that shit down. Oh, this is back when we had CDs, and you could just read the lyrics. They had bars.
But if I've never heard that ever in my life, how is that a part of me if I've never heard it to even recognize it?
What I'm trying to explain to you is, even though it may not affected you directly, I guarantee you, your favorite, like a Chief Keef. Let me ask him who his top 5.
And if he says that Bone Thugs and Harmony, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, so that little bit of inspiration is in his music. It was caught on something, and you're listening. Now you're on it, and oh shit, we lit, and we gonna fucking.
If it wasn't no Bone Thugs, it wouldn't be no Chief Keef. If it wasn't no Chief Keef, it wouldn't be no Maestro. You can't tell me that.
He gave
You can't tell me that.
Cha. He gave his top 5. Give your top 5 so he can go home and he can Google.
I don't even
Give
know.
him a list of 5 rappers or something that you want him to go and investigate, do his history on. Give him 5 right now.
Go listen to Method Man, especially that fucking first album, because that shit was important. And since everything is about woo, and they got documentaries and a whole Netflix series, go listen to the 36 Chambers. Go listen to that. Go listen to fucking Bone Thugs and Harmony, especially a Ouija board, since you like singing and harmonizing and I'm a rapper and this, that. Listen to that.
Now,
and listen to Patra.
Okay, wait. I see that you passionate about this. You heard my music and all of this harmonizing and stuff. I did all of that without hearing any of these people.
No, I understand that. Because a lot of that shit is based on
Listen
today.
to Maestro, y'all.
No, wait. A lot of that is based off of today, obviously, by your own admission, right? Listen to that. I guarantee you it's gonna change in your next project. I guarantee you it's gonna change.
Because I know that it's gonna have the type of music that's talking about real life that I'm gonna feel. It's just that I haven't listened to it up until now.
Yeah, but it's more than just a now thing, because like you said, shout out to the producer. Like, they should be fucking just winning the awards, especially with these artists.
Don't go into the boom pap.
No, it's not. First of
Don't
all,
go into the boom pap. Please do not do that.
Cause we gonna be here a whole nother.
He here to fuck with you, yo. I'm telling you, yo. He know how to push your buttons,
like,
yo.
I'm ready to fight this nigga.
Pushing your buttons, yo.
He has no idea.
Because every time you get out, he digging some right back in.
Yeah, because I'm ready to fight.
Yo, tell you about your social medias and everything, where to find you.
Y'all can all follow me on Instagram at 69SIXCE95. The number 69SIXCE95. And that's on Twitter. That's on YouTube. You can find me at 696 Maestro.
Yes.
Where can we get the music at?
Oh, you can find me on all platforms: iTunes, Spotify, SoundCloud, 696 Maestro, and everything.
Thanks to my generation. Shout out to my generation.
Y'all didn't have all platforms. Y'all had vinyls
and
CDs.
That's
2 feet.
Listen,
I got you.
In a backpack.
I got you. Hold on. Do you got a website?
No.
Exactly. You ain't even got your own platform. Get your own platform.
Get that.
You got me.
And that's our generation.
And that's constructive criticism.
It is. No, that's the best way to go, to be honest.
But shout out to you though, cause even though, and I love the fact that you keeping me on my toes. Now this was a dope, amazing interview, and I hope that this could be the beginning of bridging the gap. You know, I really feel like that's important. You know what I'm saying? And even if you don't like today's music for whatever reason, at least give it a chance so you can really not like it. Cause me saying I don't like stuff is because I really gave it a chance. I'm really, you know, I'm not clout chasing or following behind other people.
You're really out here in these streets.
You know, I'm really out here with my ear to the streets. You know what I'm saying? And I give props and recognition when it's due. And shout out to you because you're one of those artists that, you know, really, because that's why you on the show. I wouldn't have you up here if you was whack. I really wouldn't.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? So definitely go check him out. I want to thank everybody for streaming live. And if you're watching this on YouTube, please hit that subscribe button and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you get all our interviews as we post it. Thank you. And is that it?
Yeah. Bonga dong.
Rest in peace, everybody.